Are you avoiding a conversation with a client right now because you're terrified how they'll react? Maybe it's telling a seller their price is too high, or letting a buyer know they're about to lose out again because they won't make a strong enough offer. Here's the truth. The conversation you're avoiding is costing you your time and your commission, and honestly, your reputation. I'm Emily Shelton with Shelton Property Group, and today we're talking about how to navigate difficult conversations with clients. Because in this market, especially here in Austin, where we're sitting in the #1 buyer's market in the country, avoiding hard conversations isn't an option anymore. Let me tell you what's happening. Agents are so afraid of conflict, so worried about losing a client or getting a bad review, that they're tiptoeing around the exact conversations that would actually serve their clients best. You're sending another text when you should be picking up the phone. You're showing house number 47 when you should be telling your buyer that their expectations don't match their budget. You're waiting for the right time to tell your seller the market has shifted, and meanwhile, their house is sitting. Here's what I've learned building a business that grew 25% last year in one of the toughest markets we've seen. Difficult conversations aren't what kill deals, avoiding them is. I used to be terrified of these conversations too. Early in my career, I had a seller who was overpriced by $75,000. I knew it, the market knew it, but I kept showing up to pricing conversations with new marketing ideas instead of having the one conversation that mattered the most. We set for 94 days before they finally came down, and by then we'd missed the best buyers. That experience taught me that when you avoid difficult conversations, you're not protecting the relationship. You're failing your fiduciary duty. So let me give you the framework I use now for every difficult conversation. This works whether you're talking pricing, timelines, expectations, or even firing the client. Step 1, get clear on your why. Before you have the conversation, get crystal clear on why you're having it. And your why better be about them, not you. You're not having a price reduction conversation because you're tired of marketing the listing. You're having it because staying at this price is costing them real money and real opportunities. You're not telling a buyer they need to be more aggressive because you want to close a deal. You're telling them because at this rate, they're going to keep losing out and end up settling for something that they don't love. Or worse, overpaying out of desperation 6 months from now. When your motivation is genuinely to serve them, it changes the entire energy going into that conversation. You're not defensive, you're not apologetic, you're confident because you know you're doing your job. Step 2, lead with data, not opinions. This one is huge. The minute a difficult conversation becomes about your opinions versus their opinions, you've lost. When I sit down with an overpriced seller, I don't say, I think your price too high. I say, let me show you what's happening in the market. Here are the 6 most comparable properties to yours. 4 of them are priced lower and have been sitting for 30 days. The 2 that sold went for X amount. Based on this data, here's what I'm seeing. If you are serious about selling, you need to make a data-driven decision and consider a price reduction. Last quarter, I had a seller convinced their home was worth $850,000. The data showed $775,000. Instead of arguing, I brought them a complete market analysis, not just comps, but days on market, price per square feet, absorption rates, expired and withdrawn listings, everything. I said, I want you to get top dollar. And here's what top dollar actually looks like right now. You can test the market at $850,000, but based on this data, here's what I believe will happen. I gave them the choice, but I informed them of the right choice. They listed it at $789. We sold in 11 days. Step 3, normalize the discomfort. Here's something most agents miss. Your clients are uncomfortable too. They know something's not working, they just don't know how to bring it up. When you name the elephant in the room, you actually create relief. I say things like this. This might be an uncomfortable conversation, but we need to talk about what's not working. Or, I know this isn't what you want to hear, but as your agent, you've hired me to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. This simple acknowledgement of this is uncomfortable gives everyone permission to be real. And that's where actual problem solving begins. Step 4, offer a clear path forward. You can't have a difficult conversation and then leave your client hanging. You have to give them a path forward. If you're telling a seller they need to reduce, don't just drop the bomb. Here's what I recommend. Let's reduce by X number of dollars. Refresh the photos, the remarks. I will personally reach out to 15 agents who showed the property, and we will schedule another open house. Here's the timeline I think makes sense. This shows them you are invested in their price reduction, and it will be given the best opportunity. If you're having a tough conversation with a buyer about being more competitive, give them options. You can increase your offer price, you can reduce the contingencies, or you can explore other areas by adjusting your search criteria. Let's talk through what makes most sense for your situation. I have found that clients can handle hard truth way better than they can handle uncertainty. Give them a clear plan, and they'll trust you even more. Here's what's changed for me. When I stopped avoiding difficult conversations, my business transformed. My clients started trusting me more because they knew I'd tell them the truth, even when it was hard. My closings got faster because we weren't wasting time on strategies that didn't work. And my referrals went through the roof because people don't refer agents who are just nice. They refer agents who get results. In a market like we're in right now, in Austin, the top buyer's market in the country, inventory's up, buyers have unlimited options. You have to be able to have these conversations. Your listing clients need to know why their pricing strategy matters. Your buyer client needs to understand why waiting might not be the move they think it is. The agents who are winning right now aren't the ones with the best marketing or the biggest social media following. They're the ones willing to have the conversations everyone else is avoiding. Listen, if you're feeling stuck in your business right now, if you're overwhelmed by the market, or if you're just tired of working this hard without seeing the results you want, I want to help you. I'm offering a 20-minute strategy call where we'll look at your current business, identify what's holding you back, and I'll give you specific suggestions on how to improve. No pitch, no pressure, just real strategies that work. The link to my calendar is in the description below. Let's figure this out together. Let's figure out how to take your business to the next level. And if you found value in this video, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. What's the difficult conversation you're avoiding right now? Let's talk about it. Remember, the conversation you're avoiding is the breakthrough your business needs. Stop tiptoeing. Start leading. I'm Emily Shelton with Shelton Property Group.